when BCCI announced the surprise West Indies test recently, which will have Sachin Tendulkar's 200th one, it got everyone buzzing. Will Sachin choose this to announce his final retirement? Is it this landmark that he was waiting for? It's also got people wondering why BCCI changed its plans for a South Africa series. Is it to have that picture-perfect home ground moment? Our audience, in a way, is divided, the way nation has always been divided. At 40, should Sachin step down, or should he soldier on, continuing to give viewing pleasure to a cricket-crazed nation? Our pundits on that and taking opposite points of view, we have BCCI's Anurag Thakur, who says, let Sachin be, let him take his own decision. Let's not speculate, just let him be. But Kishore Bhimani, cricket commentator, says yes, it is high time that Sachin Tendulkar should step down. So we'll hear from our pundits in just a bit. But before that, let's just see what Sachin himself has said about it and what actually got the speculation going. Take a look. So that brings us to our first talking point. He said, I'll take it match by match. That's when NDTV asked him specifically if he's now made up his mind to retire. But what is actually playing out on his mind? Anurag Thakur, what many people are suggesting is that the BCCI is just taking advantage of him, that they know that he's a winning person, that he draws the crowds. What would you say to that?
I think Sachin is a born genius. He became a champion and today considered a living legend. I think for the last 24 years, the cricket lovers, the cricket fan in this country always waited for the moment for Sachin to come to the field and play those master strokes. Even today, after 24 years, even the today's generation love to see Sachin in the playground. Today, me and you can't talk about his retirement. The Sachin, 24 years back, being a 16-year-old boy, made it to the Indian cricket team. I think he was the youngest ever who make it to the international level, at the international level. Today, what he has achieved is more than 33,000 runs in ODI and Test. I think he's mature enough to take a call. As far as I know Sachin, he take every game so seriously even after 24 years. What I'll say about Amitabh Bachchan, that he still takes acting so seriously. The same goes with the Sachin Tendulkar, that he takes even a smallest game very seriously, whether it's a T20 game or whether it's a test match. For Sachin, every game is very important. And I'll give you an example here. When few years back, when Mr. Sharad Pawar has been, he spoke to the selectors that who should be made the captain. The selectors said, let Sachin take the responsibility before the 2007 T20 World Championship. Mr. Pawar approached Sachin Tendulkar to, accept the captainship of the Indian cricket team. He simply refused and said, let any youngster take this responsibility in the interest of the Indian cricket. If he has taken that decision, 6 years back, to give an opportunity to Mr. Dhoni to take over as the captainship of the Indian cricket team, I think let's leave it to Sachin to decide when it is going to be the last day for him as far as the international cricket is concerned.
Okay.
But I think it is not important when it is going to be the last game for Sachin. I think we'll wait for that moment because it is not going to be just another game, but it will be a moment to watch, a game to watch how Sachin is going to perform during his last match.
Okay, so we'll talk about the 200th test in just a bit, Anurag, because we do have a couple of questions about that. People have been talking about that. But before that, Mr. Bhimani, you've heard Anurag Thakur. That's his ode to Sachin Tendulkar. I think everyone in the country has their own ode to Sachin Tendulkar. A lot of people do. A lot of people, of course, now are a little divided. They feel, okay, enough, like you do. So how would you counter what Anurag Thakur said?
Well, Sunetra, may I begin by saying that in 1989, when Sachin made his debut in Pakistan, I went along with the team. I remember sitting in the box in the commentary box alongside the great Umar Qureshi in Sialkot. Sachin was hit on the nose and he started bleeding. Our physio, Ali Irani, came running onto the field, saw him bleeding and said, Sachin, come on in, the match is a draw. He said, no. Imran realized that Zakir Khan was bowling. He took Zakir Khan off. He took the ball himself and he wanted to contain Sachin. Sachin hit him for 3 4s, 2 straight drives and 1 to the onside, the mid wicket for 4. In the rest of his life, he always talked with his bat. Nobody objects to the fact that he is the greatest cricketer we have seen. Is the greatest cricketer in the last 3 generations. But somewhere along the line, what is going wrong is we are allowing a man to become larger than the game.
When he says match
Sachin
by
is a
match,
human
do you
being,
think
great
there are
human
signs
being,
that he's
a great
retiring?
cricketer.
His latest response.
Yeah, well, listen, I'm saying it this way. It is time he retired because there is no question of leaving the call on to him. We didn't leave the call on to Sehwag or to Gambhir or to Harbhajan. The point is, when they were replaced, they had tremendous replacement. When Harbhajan was replaced by the new off spinner, when Shikhar Dhawan came in, he would not have had a chance if Sehwag was still playing.
Okay.
Gautam Gambhir replaced by Dinesh Karthik. Today you have people, youngsters are waiting on the side. There is Pujara waiting. There is Rahane waiting. I think that after 24 years, after this yeoman service, this brilliant career, I think it is up to us, up to the selectors, up to the board to choose. Don't allow him to become bigger than the game. Don't say that he can choose when. He cannot choose when. The selectors can choose when.